Hi everybody, Marty Rubin here, back for Marty's Corner, and we are very lucky to have Jordan Litz, who is the handsome, devilish, heartthrob, Warner Huntington III in the hit musical Legally Blonde.
That's right.
So, welcome.
Thank you. I'm
Yes.
excited to be chatting with you a little bit about the show.
It's our pleasure, pleasure. So how does it feel to be responsible for a UCLA cheerleader
Oh my gosh.
going to Harvard Law School to try to win you back?
It's pretty fun. I never get to play like a villain in the show. I'm always kind of the, I guess, the romantic lead, you know, the Tony in West Side Story or the Lieutenant Cable in South Pacific, you know, that sort of stereotype. Obviously, it's still the handsome leading man kind of thing.
Right.
But
how on earth are you able to do that?
he gets to be hair. It's all about coiffed hair, hairspray. But he gets to be a jerk, and he has zero arc in the show. He has no growth. He's the same jerk that he started out at the beginning as he is in the end. So that's kind of fun. That's rare.
You know, the other day we were talking, and I found it very interesting. You are a high-level swimmer.
I was.
You competed in the Olympic trials.
I did.
I mean,
yeah.
what was that like?
It was insane. It was absolutely insane. Yeah, I swam in the 2012 Olympic trials, the same year that Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte were there, and unfortunately, Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte were there. So
Now, did you go against Michael Phelps?
Yeah, not in that meet. I swam against Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte many times throughout my career, but I did not get to race them in those events at that specific meet because they were just, you know, they were just too ready. They were too fast,
Yes.
and I was not there.
Well, that's an amazing story. I mean, how did that life, that sporting life, prepare you to go into acting?
Oh man, it gave me nerves of steel. You know, people always ask me, do you get nervous when you go out there on stage, you know, singing for, you know, hundreds or even thousands of people? And honestly, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, no. I never get nervous going on stage, and I think that's just because of the swimming background and having to race people like Michael Phelps and having national championships like resting on your shoulders. If you lose this race, you lose it for your team, that sort of thing.
Right.
So coming out here, it's just, I'm just playing. I'm just having a good time. The stakes seem so low to me.
But it's still being part of a team. Like, I have to tell you, there's no doubt, I've seen a lot of the performances.
Yeah.
You're terrific at it.
Well,
right?
thank you.
Why do you think there's such a connection between the audience and the cast up there every night, you know, for Legally Blonde?
I think because people want to see something good. They want to root for you. They want to see impressive high notes. They want to see great acting. So they connect with those people on stage and they empathize with you. And yeah, there's just a certain amount of connection with the audience because of that.
You know, we're maybe a little bit more than an hour out from the show right now.
Yeah.
When you would get ready to swim, you'd get in the zone, right? You
Yes,
know,
absolutely.
And like, I played baseball all my life, and I'd get in the zone, you know. Do you get in the zone? When does the adrenaline hit for you, and it's time to be Warner Huntington III persona?
You know, oh gosh, it's a very different thing than swimming. I mean, swimming, I am so locked in. I have to eat a certain thing. I'm very particular about the way I warm up and how much time I have before my race, when I warm up, all that stuff. I'm much less particular with shows, but I have a couple of things that I do right before I go on stage. Actually, there's some guys on stage right now that see my pre-walk on stage routine. You know,
is it a superstitious thing, or is
no?
it,
It's just something to just get me jacked up because, as I said, my adrenaline ends up being so low because I'm like, this is, you know, I just get to walk out on stage and have a good time. So I have to jack myself up a little bit. So, you know, I'll jump around, I'll, you know, pound my chest a little bit, and I mean, it's very not musical theater at all. It's very athlete bro mentality, but it gets me going.
You know, your character is a little pompous. Can be could be a little bit of a cat, but I have to tell you, you're still very lovable.
Well,
the
that's nice to
audiences
hear.
really, really like you. How are you able to accomplish that when your character has a little bit of those tendencies, but they still really like you? How do you do that?
I think it has to do with some of the comedy of it all. I mean, if your character is so ridiculous, one of my favorite parts in the show, he's singing, Warner sings the song Serious, and in the middle of the song, Elle stands up. She thinks it's her turn to start singing the song, so she stands up to start singing, and Warner says, honey, I'm not finished. And it's just...
That gets a big
oh
laugh
my
every
gosh,
night.
it's so funny. And it's so ridiculous because no one would ever say that. And, I mean, you just let the other person talk. And I think when something is funny, it makes you hate the person less. So they're still kind of on my side, even though...
And they really are.
I'm the villain of the show, yeah.
You're a nice villain.
Well, I appreciate that.
Well, listen, if you want to come out and see Jordan Litz and this very, very talented cast, come out to Babylon Village. This is the summer of Legally Blonde, okay? And you get to see a fantastic show. It's playing through Sunday, August 25th. So we can't wait to see you all out there.